the meeting to order. Please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Sorry, I just hit my knee. Supervisor Moore.
Here.
Councilwoman McNamara.
Here.
Councilman Isom.
Here.
Councilman Powell.
Here.
Councilman
Here.
All right, let's proceed with the review of the draft agenda. It's going to be 3 public hearings. The first will be to amend Chapter 330, Section 183.1A9 to clarify requirements for the administrative approval of municipal projects and enacting a new standard 330-183.1A11 to allow for approval of any plans so ordered by a court stipulation of settlement. The second public hearing is to amend Town Code Chapter 312 entitled Vehicles and Traffic, Article 7, entitled Seasonal Parking Restrictions in Designated Locations. Isn't this the one
this
that
is the one that
thought-
we don't know who wanted this and for what purpose. We still don't know. I reached out to the highway superintendent. He said he wasn't him and it wasn't Mark.
And it was, we should just ask the attorney that put it forward?
She said it was asked on behalf of the highway superintendent, which is what it says in the legislative intent, but he said he didn't request it, so.
Well,
I'll follow Chris.
All right.
Chris,
Yeah.
I'll talk with Chris and Charlie and see if we need to.
And then we could just withdraw it if we.
okay. And the third public hearing is to amend Chapter 298, establishing Article, let's see, 15. What is that, 19?
19, yes.
Section 298-59, eligibility for a tax exemption on real property for enrolled members of the Ocean Rescue Squad. Okay. All right. Michael, take it away.
Thank you. Town Board Resolution 49718. This is to adopt the town one-year agricultural use agreement for 2025 and 2026.
Town Board Resolution ID 49823, co-sponsored with Councilman Martell, amend Resolution 2024-734, authorize supervisor to sign a contract with LaGuardia Design Group for landscape to provide design development drawings and construction documents for 1517 Old Country Road and 511 Cobb Road, Watermill, New York.
That'll be nice to get that going. Town Board Resolution ID number 49793 to authorize purchases of General Motors, Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ford OEM repairs and parts for ESFOC's contract with TNT Baldwin Automotive Inc. and DCO Motors Eagle LLC, DBA Eagle Chevrolet of Riverhead.
Town Board Resolution ID 49845, authorize purchases of outdoor fitness equipment for parks and trails with landscape structures Inc. using Sourcewell contract.
Cindy, can I co-sponsor that?
Yep.
Is that for the East Quad or for just in general?
That's in general.
Town Board Resolution ID number 49813, co-sponsored with Councilwoman McNamara, to authorize purchases of public safety video surveillance from Axon Enterprise Inc. using Sourcewell contract.
Town Board Resolution ID 49818, co-sponsored with Supervisor Moore, authorize supervisor to execute a contract extension with L.K. McLean Associates Engineering and Surveying DPC to provide professional services for Riverside Maritime Park accessible kayak launch and fishing pier in Riverside.
Could I be added on to that too, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
I thought we did this a long time ago.
Thank you.
This is the fishing pier.
Yeah, but the kayak launch and the fishing pier. So we already, all right, never mind. I thought we did that before.
Town Board Resolution 49774, co-sponsored with Councilman Martell. Authorize supervisor to issue a satisfaction of a buyer benefit note and mortgage on a community benefit unit.
Town Board Resolution ID number 49844, to authorize the supervisor to sign a contract extension for Ford Police Interceptor utility vehicles with Otis Ford. Town Board Resolution ID number 49846, co-sponsored by Councilwoman McNamara, to authorize the supervisor to sign a contract with Magnet Forensics LLC for digital evidence analysis tool and platform subscription services for the town police department. I mean, wouldn't you be on the prior one too, Cindy?
It's fine.
I don't
Yeah.
understand how these are organized.
Town Board Resolution 49856, co-sponsored with Councilman Martell, authorizing the supervisor to sign a satisfaction of mortgage on 2 community development block grant loans.
Town Board Resolution ID number 49825, co-sponsored with Councilwoman McNamara, to authorize the supervisor to sign any and all documents with Celebrite, Inc. to assist the town police department in providing evidentiary data to other agencies. Town Board Resolution ID number 49819, co-sponsored by Councilwoman McNamara, to authorize the supervisor to sign a contract with Nelson and Pope for professional services related to building improvements at the Southampton Town Police Department. This is something we really need. That's great. That's happening. Town Board Resolution ID number 49821, to authorize the renewal of optometry's online software.
Town Board Resolution ID 49817, authorize the supervisor to execute a 2025 Parks and Recreation Agreement for programs. This needs to be amended in the resolved clause where it says these agreements shall retroactively commence May 1st, 2025 and expire in accordance with the information set forth below. Below needs to be changed to above, and then the second table can be removed from the resolution.
I'm just having a little difficulty hearing you on that side of the agreement.
Oh, sorry, Sunday.
Okay, so there's 2 resolved clauses. Are we talking about
In the
or
first
the second?
resolved,
In the first resolved, okay.
yes. Where it says May 1st and expire in accordance with the information set forth below.
Mm-hmm,
Below should say above,
okay.
and then the second table can be removed from the resolution.
The second table,
Where it has the whole, the vendor names and fees and
right
contract
here?
periods.
Okay, got it.
It's redundant.
Town Board Resolution ID 49832, authorize the supervisor to execute 2025 stewardship agreement with Frank Belson for custodial services at Wildwood Lake Park in Northampton. Town Board Resolution ID 49822, authorize the supervisor to execute 2025 stewardship agreements with Eva Aquino, Christian Estrada, Shanice Piguet, and Brandon Kelly to provide custodian services at Tiana Beach Activity Center. Bill?
Oops, sorry. Town Board Resolution 49816, co-sponsored with the whole board. Authorize the supervisor to execute consultant agreement with Lisa Comberg, Esquire, to provide professional service to the Community Preservation Fund. I have questions about this one.
Plus my name's not on it.
Exactly what she actually needed to do this?
Yeah, this is, I didn't know this was gonna be on here.
I can speak with Jack and Dan. I think they do have consulted with her in the past. I don't know if how much they use her at this point, but we can
Yeah.
certainly follow up on that.
It's
Well,
only
we-
for 15,000, but still 15,000.
Yeah.
She rarely even sends us a bill.
Yeah, I don't even know, right, I don't know if they've ever even got to that level. in
But the
past.
problem here's the problem, is that, now that the CPF was amended to provide that there's an advisory committee and an attorney associated with the advisory committee, and the committee members are all suggesting, oh, no, I'm sorry, it's not Lisa, it's Mary.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one would be all right.
Okay.
Cindy, would you please add my name to this one?
I did for you.
Thank you. You gotta tell her. Oh, yeah, Lisa. Okay, Town Board Resolution ID number 49831, co-sponsored by the entire board, To authorize the supervisor to execute a contract with Michael J. Guido Jr. Architect PC to provide preliminary designs for renovations to the town boardroom and town hall auditorium.
Town Board Resolution ID 49837, authorize supervisor to execute a license agreement with Lily's Boat Club LLC for the use of 2 boat slips at Bishop's Marina.
Town Board Resolution ID 49835, co-sponsored with Councilman Martell, authorize supervisor to sign a contract to extend award Community Preservation Fund 20% quality improvement project fund for the Library Avenue owner for DBA The Harbor House.
Town Board Resolution ID 49841, co-sponsored with Councilman Pell, authorize the supervisor to sign a contract with the Board of Trustees of the Commonalty of the Town of Southampton for 2022 Community Preservation Fund water quality monies for Sagaponic Pond aquatic habitat restoration.
Town Board Resolution ID 49840, also co-sponsored with Councilman Martell, authorize supervisor to sign a no-cost contract extending with the Board of Trustees of the Community of the Town of Southampton from Community Preservation Fund water monies for Sag Harbor Inlet Management Aquatic Habitat Restoration.
Town Board Resolution ID number 49843 to authorize the supervisor to sign a contract amendment number 1 with H2M Architects and Engineers to provide surveying services established in the designated professional surveying firms for the town of Southampton.
There's a lot of figuring that title out. Town Board Resolution ID 49696, award and authorize supervisor to sign contract with Delta Well and Pump Company Incorporated for district-wide well and pump maintenance and repair at the Hampton Bays Water District. Town Board Resolution ID 49720, award and authorize supervisor to sign contract with Eastern Motorcycle Sales Limited, doing business as Long Island Kawasaki Yamaha for activity vehicles rebid.
Excuse me, Town Board Resolution ID 49693. Award and authorize supervisor to sign contract with Long Island Mason and Concrete Corp. Requirement contract for miscellaneous concrete construction. No, I have one. I gotta take another one. I'm stalling. Town Board Resolution ID 49842, award and authorize supervisor to execute a contract with Kizin Construction LLC for Yacht Club Drive bulkhead replacement rebid.
Town Board Resolution ID number 49801 to award and authorize the supervisor to execute a contract with Ronald Webb Builder LLC for the Bridgehampton Community House column restoration.
Very good.
Yes. Town Board Resolution ID 49826, also co-sponsored with Councilwoman McNamara. Recall amend Resolution 241432, authorize supervisor to accuse a intermunicipal agreement with the town of Islip to accept town commingled containers and obtained through the recycle program. Town Board Resolution.
That's mine up down here. Town Board Resolution ID number 49833 to recall and amend Town Board Resolution 2024-1218, authorize the supervisor to sign a contract extension with DePierre Enterprises Inc. doing business as Ricky's Plumbing Supply and Nugent and Potter for the supply of plumbing supplies to the town.
Town Board Resolution 49830, recall and amend Town Board Resolution number 2025-380, award and authorize the supervisor to execute contract with Decor Construction Inc. for Lake Agawam South Parking Lot improvement.
Wait, what's it?
That's the parking lot at the end of Lake Agawam.
Mm-hmm.
Town Board Resolution 49798, 2025 notice to bidders for Farmer at Sarah Field 93, Better Lane, Bridgehampton.
I know, I just don't understand this one. Town Board Resolution ID number 49770 to amend the 2025 adopted budget for legal fees.
Town Board Resolution 49782, amended 2025 adopted budget for the pump app boat maintenance.
Town Board Resolution ID number 49773 to amend the 2025 adopted budget for trustees' part-time salaries. Town Board Resolution ID number 49775 to amend the 2025 budget for various departments. Town Board Resolution ID number 49789 to amend the 2025-2029 capital budget for body worn cameras grant match project.
Can you put me on that too, please?
Sure.
I think it's very important.
Town Board Resolution ID number 49787 to amend the 2025-2029 capital budget for townwide road improvements. Town Board Resolution ID number 49733 to deposit monies for professional services in connection with the Sabonic Golf Course 2025 groundwater monitoring review. And Town Board Resolution ID number 49761 to deposit monies in escrow account for professional services in connection with the Lewis Road PRD Golf Course 2025 groundwater monitoring review. Town Board Resolution ID number 49735, the Flanders Northampton Volunteer Ambulance Company Service Award Program. Town Board Resolution ID number 49848 to appoint Councilman Member Michael Iacilli to the Suffolk County Gabreski Airport Community Advisory Board.
Oh.
Thank
Can I
you
second
for
that?
stepping up to do that.
Oh, yeah, sure. It's once a year. Happy to do it.
That's when I have problems at my house, I can call you.
Yeah.
So you're
Well-
recommended.
Yeah, when the planes are bearing down on my house, I'll call you.
County airport, run by the FAA, but.
But I'm still gonna complain to you.
Town Board Resolution 49548. This is a resolution of adoption amending Chapter 298, establishing Article, we said that was 19, Section 298-59, eligibility for a tax exemption on real property for enrolled members of Ocean Rescue Squads.
Can I be added to that?
Yeah, we should all do it if you want to.
The whole
Yeah,
board,
okay.
please.
Sure.
Town Board Resolution ID 49764, co-sponsored Councilman Iacilli, authorization of cost reimbursement waiver for the East Quogue Fire Department Memorial Day Parade on May 25th, 2025, from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. Town Board Resolution ID 49729, co-sponsored Councilman Iacilli, authorization of cost reimbursement waiver for the Southampton Elks Carnival from May 16th to May 18th and May 23rd to May 25th, 2025.
Town Board Resolution ID number 48176. This is memorializing resolution in support of New York State DOT roadway improvements, Watermill intersection of Little Cobb Road and Montauk Highway, State Route 27, Watermill and Scuttle Hole Road and Montauk Highway, the two roundabouts. That has been previously analyzed, and this would essentially demonstrate that the board would like the state to further assess this potential project.
Yeah, so not to alarm anyone, doesn't mean we're doing it, but we want the state to investigate further and provide us with some more input.
Yes, and there is a whole process that the state follows. The DOT provides a flow chart of where the project is at, and this would be way at the top. There would also be, after they do a full scoping analysis, they would then have a whole public engagement process. So this is really, really preliminary. I just want to make that very, very clear.
Town Board Resolution ID 49853, co-sponsored Councilman Iacilli, recall and amend resolution number 588 of 2022 as it relates to video conferencing procedures. On this, Councilman Iacilli and I felt it was, if we were, going to leave the video conferencing, that we have, better parameters in place for some of the things that came up during the public hearing process, some of the concerns that I had, some of the concerns that he had. So I worked with Deputy Town Attorney Kathleen Murray on this, and it's really just basically saying you're limited to 3 minutes, and basically if you are operating an automobile while speaking, consuming alcohol, participating while visibly intoxicated, things you know you shouldn't be doing anyway, we have the right to terminate your broadcast. And then also, on here, we're asking that participants indicate in the chat function their name and what topic they are there to speak on, so that we can ask CTV to let us know, how many participants they have on Zoom at the beginning of the meeting, so the people in the room can have a feeling of, how many people they're standing behind, so to speak, at the podium.
And it's important to just add on to that, the topical requirements that we're asking for people to just put down virtual, is we do that already with the card. So we're just adding that layer to the virtual engagement process.
Yeah,
that's all
right.
we're doing.
Give me as response to that, Sunday, please.
And I would just say again, we want to just make sure, just to echo the councilman's comments, and it's kind of in line with the resolution I had introduced last year, establishing standards of civility for advisory committees as well. It's just to try to just make sure that the process is smoothly and there's no kinds of behavior that would be unwanted in terms of the process. And we did have a meeting some time ago where we were receiving a request from an applicant, and the way in which it went between the councilwoman and the individual was certainly a little bit jarring, and it just to make sure that people are aware that they do have to kind of conduct themselves in a way that is respectful.
And to give them notice that we can basically pull you off the air if you're not following, if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. And I mean, the driving while you're on is a safety issue, and I know it's bothered me at times when we've had people, and you hear the whole room go, "They're driving."
Yeah.
So,
All right, well, those are good changes. The next one, I thought everybody was going to be on it. It's a resolution, Town Board Resolution ID number 49849 in support of HR 8753 as it relates to the designation of single unique zip codes for certain communities.
yes, I would like to be added.
What
Yeah,
is
that's
that?
all. This is the one for Riverside, Flanders, and Northampton, that they have their own zip codes.
Oh, okay. Madam Clerk, I'll be added to that as well. Thank you.
You too, Bill?
We did the whole board.
Okay, yeah, I thought so. Town Board Resolution ID number 49716, co-sponsored by Councilwoman McNamara, which is a resolution authorizing the acceptance of a maintenance bond in connection with the site plan known as Long Island Automobile Collectors in the hamlet of Southampton. Town Board Resolution ID number 49728, co-sponsored by Council Members Pell and McNamara, a resolution releasing a maintenance bond in connection with the subdivision map known as Post Fields LLC and accepting Carwin Lane into the highway system. Town Board Resolution ID number 49680 to accept the resignation of Joseph Holmes Jr., heavy equipment operator in the Highway Department. Town Board Resolution ID number 49683 to accept the resignation of Paul Sopko, construction equipment operator in the Municipal Works Department. Town Board Resolution ID number 49721 to accept the retirement of Christopher Langsdorf, automotive equipment operator in the Municipal Works Department. Town Board Resolution ID number 49682 to accept the retirement of Kristen Burke, Public Safety Dispatcher 1 in Police Communications. Town Board Resolution ID number 49790, Annual Cybersecurity Conference in Albany for Information Systems Personnel. Town Board Resolution ID number 49803 to appoint Abigail Bodecker to Office Assistant in the Controller's Office. Town Board Resolution ID number 49769 to appoint Enka Palagita to Budget Assistant in the Comptroller's Office. Town Board Resolution ID number 49827 to appoint Gina Cummings to Office Assistant Spanish Speaking in Public Safety. Town Board Resolution ID number 49771 to appoint Holly Dove Rossi to Office Assistant in Housing and Community Services. Town Board Resolution ID number 49772 to appoint Patrick Johnson to Justice Court Clerk in the Justice Court.
Town Board Resolution ID 49799, attend Advanced Crisis Negotiations course in Oriskany, New York.
Town Board Resolution 49678, authorize the drug court judge to attend the All Rise Annual Conference, Rise 25, from May 28th to May 31st of the year of 2025.
Town Board Resolution ID number 49777 to authorize the Town of Southampton to adopt the Roth Deferred Compensation Plan. Town Board Resolution ID number 49815, co-sponsored by Council Members McNamara, Pell, and Iacilli. Notice of public hearing for funding for water quality improvement project for the Southampton Place Sanitary Upgrade Project. Nick, did you want to be on
Yes,
that?
I'm got it.
Same with this one, I would think.
Yep.
Town Board Resolution ID number 49820, co-sponsored by the entire board. Notice of public hearing for funding for water quality improvement project for the Village of Southampton Moses Lane Park IA project.
Nobody's on this.
What?
The next one.
Town Board Resolution ID number 49847. A notice of public hearing to consider the acquisition of 11 Helens Lane in the hamlet of North Sea, New York, and to amend the CPF management and stewardship plan to include the property.
Could I be added Sunday?
Myself too.
You want the whole board on that?
You don't
Mike?
want it.
I'm sorry, just Bill.
The whole board.
The whole board.
Whether you like it or not.
Got it. Town, when everybody's on this. Town Board Resolution ID number 49829, notice of public hearing to consider the adoption of the 2025 CPF pilot plan payments.
Town Board Resolution 49814, co-sponsored by Councilman Pell. This is to notice a public hearing to amend Town Code Chapter 312, Section 31297, entitled Speed Limits Within Community Planning Areas, subsection H, entitled Noyak, unincorporated Sag Harbor. So this seeks to reduce the speed limit on Noyak Road from 35 to 30. Throughout the last year or so, we have received comments about speeding on Noyak Road. We have analyzed it time and again, and there's a lot of different things happening on Noyak Road, mostly pertaining to volume, but we have also been deploying speed monitors that have been detecting speed at certain times of the day. So this is a way to start becoming more aggressive in some of those traffic challenges on Noyak Road. And this is co-sponsored with Councilman Pell, if I did not mention that.
If I'm not mistaken, I think some of it's 35 to 30, then it goes back up.
Correct. So good point, Councilman.
Makes it all even.
Yeah. So throughout the corridor, it's different. There's 35 and it goes to 30, 35. So this makes it consistent.
Oh, that makes sense. Is somebody gonna come and talk to us at the public hearing? Like, whoever was evaluating the data?
I can definitely share some. I mean, me and the deputy supervisor over there have done a nice deep dive in some of the data. I can certainly share some of that information with the board so you can see what the speed monitors are reading. If we need to have somebody here after you take a look at that data, you just let me and Councilman Pell know, and we'll talk
Well, it's
to
just usually
Charlotte.
somebody comes in, presents the public hearing.
Yeah. like
Sure, yeah, we
highway
could
or
ask Charlie or
engineering
Mark to come in.
Also, and someone from the police
Shouldn't
department.
be a problem.
Or police.
Yeah.
Somebody.
We'll find someone.
Okay. Town Board Resolution ID
Do
number.
you still want the data though? Do you still want to see it? Or do you?
You could tell us about it.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, and it makes sense to keep it 30 the whole way.
Yeah.
And we did just decline to go to 25 in several places, so I didn't
Well,
want to dip down
25
that
is
low.
25 is
Yeah.
that's a low
Yeah,
number, but
30. All right, Town Board, thank you, Michael. Town Board Resolution ID number 49679 to accept a deed of residual fee from Ross and Conklin for property to be maintained as open space located at Watermill, Suffolk County Tax Map number 900-47-1-46 pursuant to Southampton Town Code Section 244-4 obtaining a development rights certificate, and section 247 of the general municipal law of the state of New York. And that's it, no add-ons.
Oh,
Only 3 public hearings. Two.
Number 2. All right, so that brings us to the supervisor town council members project update. Can you get us started today?
Sure. Friday evening, I attended the Quag Fire Department installation dinner. Saturday evening, I attended the North Sea Fire Department installation dinner.
Easy.
It's just amazing to me still that, you know, there's people being recognized for 50, 55 years of service.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like some of us have trouble committing to like a PTA meeting or, you know, so it really, and I mean, these are people that risk their lives. It's no small task. And so, you know, as we round out the season of, you know, recognizing them and awarding them, I just want to thank them again for their service. And then Saturday, I closed out the Great East End cleanup. Tracy Colson in the Youth Bureau joined me, or I joined them, I should say, with Paula Godfrey from my office and Jessica from the Suffolk County District Attorney's Office of Community Affairs. We cleaned up underneath the Montauk Highway Bridge down at the canal all the way to the Sunrise Highway Bridge under the canal, and there's a lot of garbage. And you know, the youth every year they vote on what area of the town they're gonna clean up, and they said that, you know, generally everybody does a beach because it's all nice to go to the beach and clean up the beach, and every year they vote on cleaning up underneath the bridges because it's such a neglected area. And you know, it was amazing to see all the fishing line that we picked up, you know, alcohol bottles. I don't know, I want to thank Peter for being there. He filmed it, which should be on CTV later, I guess this month sometime. And it was just nice. I mean, these kids, I can't get over how hard they work, and you know, the amount of traffic. We walked up, I said, I hope we got before and after pictures, because when we walked up under the Sunrise Highway Bridge, there was literally stuff coming off of the bridge from people's cars as we were cleaning up. And
people still do that.
I don't, you know, I think too, though, once you get over the bridge, it gets that gust of wind, and it gets up in the bed of your pickup truck. So I would just tell people, like, listen, you know, nobody wants to be a litter bug, and sometimes, you know, if you drive a pickup truck, just check the bed and make sure there isn't garbage in it because it flies out. And, but yeah, I mean, I want to thank Tracy and the kids because they did a phenomenal job, and they, I mean, huge amount of garbage was picked up. So
Yeah, well, thank you for coordinating that.
and we should have numbers of the scale. I think was broken at the transfer station, so we're still waiting on the actual numbers. I'll have those next week.
All right, good, thank you. Michael?
I'll be very brief. I have, well, actually tomorrow is the deadline for band applications for Battle of the Bands. Tomorrow, if you are interested, is the deadline, so send your applications to Peter Strecker. That's PSTRECKER at southamptontownny.gov. If you are interested in sending that application, Battle of the Bands will be June 6th on Friday. There is a rain date on June 13th, but hopefully we don't have to do that. I will be judging at Battle of the Bands as well. So prepare for that. And also, good news, the trustees passed a resolution to help fund primarily the repaving of the Circle Beach parking lot in the Pine Neck area. So folks can expect hopefully soon that pavement to be redone. And that, by the way, it's been 2 decades. I think the last time it was done, from my understanding, from what the trustees of Highway told me, that it's been since the 1980s. Like, that's crazy.
More than 2 decades.
Good blacktop.
Yeah, it's more than 2 decades. Yeah, it's crazy.
And it's a shared project with Highway and
Highway and trustees, and they're working together.
4.5 decades.
Yeah. I just want to be conservative in my estimation.
Nearly half a century.
I know. I don't know exactly if there was any. There may have been some work that was done, and I don't want to disqualify any of that intermediary work. But I just want to thank the trustees for being an amazing partnership with me on this. And by the way, a number of other issues. I joined Trustee Chip Marin yesterday, talked to some of the sailboat owners as well, just listen to some of their challenges and, having a dinghy that can be accessible to their sailboats if they're mooring. It's a public access area, so they want to make sure that we're keeping that open for the public and at the same time making it look nice for the public. I keep that aesthetic beach look. So, and I also want to thank Scott Horowitz as well.
I think that in the mooring permit, there is a place for
Dinghy.
a dinghy.
Yes.
You have to have your dinghy, have your name on it and all that. 'Cause
Yes.
there was a problem with, they would just abandon the dinghies and.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So we're looking at that, and I have to say they've just been a great partner in all of that. So very happy to be working with them. So thank you. That's all I have for now.
Good. Thanks. Yeah, I'm just gonna echo that, what Cindy said, that I'm gonna go to the West Hampton Beach Fire Department installation dinner this Friday, and it is so remarkable to see the dedication and 50 years of service for some of these members. And so go to celebrate them. And that's about it. Happy Mother's Day, everyone.
Yes, Happy Mother's Day. I wanted to have an update on Bel Air for the Hampton Bays people, but I did not get it. But I will have it on Tuesday for them.
With the design for the park
I
that
hope
we're
so.
looking at, yeah.
I hinted that we might break something out by the next civic meeting, so you better
Yes.
hurry up.
Hurry up.
So I just have two updates. Councilman Pell and I were on the Antibias Task Force Zoom meeting the other day. We do have a new member from Stony Brook Southampton Hospital, kind of rounds out the group pretty well. All the talk right now is about the annual picnic that they're having at the end of September. We're pretty sure it's going to be a Mardi Gras theme. They're looking for a jazz band, volunteer or otherwise. Prepare to buy your Mardi Gras masks and have your beads ready. So I think that's what they're going with. That'll be again towards the end of September. And sure sign of summer, I received the Southampton Town Concert Series flyer the other day. So we know the concerts in the park at Good Ground Park are right around the corner, as well as the East Quogue Chamber of Commerce concerts for the summer. So good weather's coming.
Thank you, Ray.
Yeah, that's fun. Gotta get those up on our website if they're not already up there. Yeah. Well, let's see, is,
That's it. Right?
Go into executive session.
yeah,
Do you have anything else?
I don't have anything. All right, so that's it then. I move to go into executive session for personnel, confidential legal advice, and acquisitions, and then close.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.